Hey everyone, it's Sunday the 28th of September and it is 8:20 in the evening, and today I've got a Carboot haul. That makes a change. It's been a while since I've managed to do one of these, on account of I've not been to a Carboot sale for at least 2 months, could be longer. Anyway, I picked up a few various things. I've got some vintage Lego sets on the desk here. I've got a bunch of Diecast, of course. It's one of the main reasons I go. And as you can see, I've got some Barricade lamps. There's 2 battery ones on the desk, plus 2 paraffin ones. Yes, 2. I picked up 4 in total, plus a little traffic cone. Oh, there's a couple of other little knickknacks on the desk here as well, which I think I'm going to start with. I'll start with the dinky little knickknacks. So, first up, a couple of vintage light bulbs. I don't like calling them that because these were brand new when I was little. You know. But anyway, the first one, I've actually been looking for one of these for a while. So it's one of these with the reflective coating on the top there. And I've seen these in use in shops around town, obviously not anymore, now that everything is LED. The filament is okay. I have no idea what the wattage is. It doesn't say. It is Edison screw. But yeah, I'm glad to actually have that in my collection. It's like a reverse reflector. The ones I've seen these installed on are, well, they had like a big reflector on them. So I'm guessing it was designed to shine the light back into that, and then that reflector shone it out into the room. It was in Stead & Simpson's shoe shop. Anywho, the next one is one of these. Quite a large one. I've got a couple of these in my collection already. I can't remember if they were 40 or 60 watts. This one's 150 watt. And that is quite a large version of it as well, physically. That's quite a large version. And they were like 50p each, so I grabbed those. I did get quite a few items from this same stall, including 2 of the Barricade lamps and some Diecast. But this thing he threw in for nothing, so I got that adapter. Age-old light-fitting adapter. Used many years ago in houses that didn't have outlets on the wall. That was more of a rich person's thing back then. So to allow the pauper to use things like electric irons, they made these. You plug these into your light socket, you'd stick your light bulb in there. I can't remember which one of these lamp holders the switches. I'm going to have to plug it in and turn it on at some point. I'll show you this all working in another video. And then you'd plug your iron into there. You get like little bayonet plugs that just plugged in like a light bulb, and it'd be on the end of your cable for your iron or whatever. But I think I've now got 3 of these. So you've got that bit there, that unscrews, so you can put your lampshade on it as well, if you wanted to. But attached to that were some homemade adapters. So that's bayonet cap. These, you know, they're bayonet cap to small bayonet cap. And you can tell this one's been homemade, because you can buy lamp holders like this on eBay and whatnot. Little brass lamp holders. You can see the screw holes there to mount it onto something. If you look around the edge, not only are they 2 different shades of brass, assuming this is real brass and not just a cheapie, you know, coloured to look like brass, but you can see where they've soldered it together around the edge there. And I'm assuming they've just soldered a couple of wires from there to there. Probably an old, that looked like the base of an old light bulb or something that they found that just conveniently matches just the base of the lamp holder. This base of this is actually just a little bit larger. But I think that one is a much better one than that one. Same thing, I've just got hold of one of these little SBC lamp holders, but with this one they've just got hold of the nearest wire they could find, That looks like speaker wire to me, or something like that. They've both got white traces on, red with white traces. That's probably from the same bit of wire. Connected it to a 2-pin plug. That is a factory-made plug, as is that bit. That's a factory-made adapter. So that you could actually buy. I'm assuming again, so you could just plug it straight in like that. But look at that gap. Big gap there with 240 volts flowing through it. If this was plugged in and turned on, I'm not sure I'd be happy about that personally. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I would use that these days. But yeah, that was all thrown in as a freebie. Oh, and for some reason this dunky little bulb was in it. But it's rated 12 to 18 volts, so that should not be in there. Be fun if I did that and plugged it in and turned it on, but it will go pop. Big time. Right. Actually, that light bulb can stay there. I'm going to start the 2 battery ones. Now, I have got these battery ones in my collection, but not with the style of sticker on here that these two have. So these are Permic, Universal Permics. Just a cheap lamp back in the day. Back in the 1990s, I believe. I remember seeing these used. And I have got a battery in them, but I can't remember where I've put my key. Ah, there it is. So there's that one. There's the other one. And I'll show you why in a moment. There we go. Both work great actually. But the reason I bought them was because of the supplier sticker. You see that? It's like a metallic green. The lettering's like a metallic green. And up on the shelf here I have got another one. It says, remind me not to push that so far back on the shelf, but look. That's just got ordinary black lettering on it. I'd not seen any with the shiny green one on, so I thought I'd grab them. That, and I like these and they were cheap, so. Yeah, so they're the 2 Permics. It's like from a stall, he's there pretty much every week. He literally sells all sorts. So like I said, I got some Diecast from him as well. Anywho, 2 paraffin lamps. These are Chalwins, and I've actually got another 2 over there that I've grabbed from my fridge. In fact, I just noticed they've got a difference. But I believe they are Chalwins as well. Maybe not, because they haven't got Chalwin written on them. Anywho, got the same lenses though. So the first one I came across was this one. And the lady had a £25 sticker on it. I thought, well, you're going to pay somewhere in that region from eBay, plus the shipping. In some cases people are asking more on eBay. But one of the things that actually attracted me to this one is the fact it's got NCC written at the top there. Now, we have the Norfolk County Council here in Norfolk. And I believe that's what that stands for. And even today, with their big red plastic barriers and traffic cones, they have NCC stamped on them, which obviously stands for Norfolk County Council. So I believe this is probably an ex-Norfolk County Council. And it does have a little burner and the reservoir in it as well. And it's not in bad shape. I think it's well worth the £25 that I paid for it. Lenses are okay. Got the white rings around them. I've just realised that one I picked up a minute ago is a totally different lamp. This one, however, is not. But it has got something different stamped on the top. It's got B-E-N, or Ben, written on it. But this one has actually got these little notches in it. The other one I've got doesn't. The NCC one doesn't. Oh. Although I've just realised that one is different. It's got different lenses. Might be a different model. I think that one I've just put up on the bench here is a later model maybe. And then we've got this one. And I got further around and then I found this one for sale for £20. Again, it's a Chalwin and it's got NCC written up there, but as you notice it's got different lenses. It's more like my other one here. I think I got these from a seller in town if I remember correctly, because he had them up in his man cave. I thought these lenses were red, but I think they're just very sooted up, don't you? Because I think they're supposed to look like that. Not like that. This door is a bit finicky on this one. I mean, it is moving, but it's also bent. Yeah, I'm going to have to, I don't know if I can pop these lenses out to give them a good clean. But again, that's got the burner in. You only want 20 quid for this one. I mean, it is. I don't know what they've been burning, but look at that door. Yeah, this needs a good clean. Ooh, that's very sooty up there. See if I can't do something with that door as well. It's also got the reflectors at the top here, reflective tape, so is the one on the floor. Now I do actually remember seeing these still in use. I would have been about 6, 7 at the time. But I do remember seeing them here in town at some roadworks near the shop that was near our house at the time. Maybe they're the ones. But yeah, I bought those ones mainly because, well, they are different to, one of them is different to the one I've got up here at least, and they've got a different brand or different company name stamped on. I mean, this one, that is, I know it's not got Chalwin on the door, but it does look like a Chalwin-ish. It might not be. It's got bat on it and a bat symbol, and it's got D and H written on the top, stamped up the top there. Oh, I could have actually have gotten a third paraffin lamp from the same guy that I got that one from. He had a red Kenyans there with all the big lockable door catch. Oh, this one ain't got the lockable door catch. But it was in pretty poor shape. He only wanted 15 quid for it, but it was in pretty poor shape, and in fairness, I've got a good one up on the fridge. I know it's not a place to put them, but that's the only place I've got to put the paraffin lamps at the minute. Yeah, I don't think I've ever found this many Barricade lamps in one visit to a Carboot sale. I do find them occasionally. There's a few of mine that I've found on there. I've got one painted silver. Someone's, done a home paint job on it. That was from Elsham Carboot sale. But to get 4 in one visit, yeah, I've never had that happen before. But I also found another stall selling all sorts of knickknacks, and he had this lovely blue PE school cone. I remember these when I was at school. Common as muck, in the school would have literally stacks of them in 4 different colours: red, green, yellow and blue. Now I've got 3 yellow, 2 red and now 2 blue, but my other blue one is rather beat up. The base is all cracked, it's all split around the top here, because that's that sort of plastic that goes brittle. This is actually in good condition. I can squeeze it and the plastic is still flexing, so it hasn't gone brittle yet. So this is staying up here, it's not going out in the shed, where the temperatures would fluctuate so much it could cause this to crack and whatnot. I'm going to keep this one up here with all the other ones. But yeah, I've now technically got 2 blue ones. This was just £1, that was it. It's actually the third cone I've bought at a Carboot sale that's cost me £1. Because I got 2 last year from a preschool. Actually, I was a preschool, and I guess now we're just clearing out some stuff and trying to raise some money. And I had 2 dinky little ones, a blue and a green one. That's what, £1 each for them, so I bought them. They're like about that tall compared to this one. Right. I think that is everything, other than the die card, not unless you want to see the plushie I picked up as well. I do like foxes. Do you like foxes, Smudgy? I'm not bothered by that one. Right. Die cast. No, we'll do the Lego next. I might have to go and grab myself a drink. So, there's a couple of regulars there that sell Lego. And I've bought from both of them over the last sort of few years. If I actually wasn't on my moped, yes, I managed to get all this home on my moped, don't ask. Mind you, it wasn't actually as difficult as you might think. But yeah, if I had more room and a bit more cash, I could have bought more Lego. But I deliberately didn't take too much cash because I knew I would spend it. Mind you, buying something big wouldn't have been a problem because Mum said if there was anything that I'd pick up that I couldn't get on the moped, just give her a ring and she'll come over to the car boot and pick it up for me. Anywho, I did get some vintage Lego town sets. One of them I've already got, but there is a reason why I bought it, 2 reasons actually. The other 3 I didn't. So I'm going to start with this one because it didn't come with a figure and it didn't come with the instructions. But we've got the horse trailer set. Now I have found this one on Google. I can't remember the set number off the top of my head, but I do need the figure. That's missing. These wheels are also incorrect. They're supposed to be clear, not solid grey. We're missing the little plastic window that goes in that tailgate. Other than that, that's pretty damn complete. We've even got a horse in the back. Oh, there's meant to be stickers on the side here on these bits, but I'm not too fussed about that. Now, the other 3 have got instructions with them. So here's a little police set from the 1980s. We've got the little plastic fairing on this one. They usually go missing. We are missing the tail light, but I can replace that. I've got hundreds of them. But yeah, that's complete with the instructions. There we go. And then I got this one from a different source. So those 2 I've just shown you came from one guy, and these 2 came from another one. So I've got this little sort of jet thing, plus the instructions, all complete with the figure. Yeah, there's an alternate build there. You can build it into a speedboat. Lego don't do that anymore. They don't put ideas for alternate builds with the existing bricks from a set. They don't do that anymore. I used to like that. I used to like looking at the alternate builds when I was little. And the 4th one, the little coupe with the manual. This is the one that I've already got somewhere. Problem is, well, like I said, there's 2 reasons I bought this. Number 1, my other one doesn't have this blue canopy window. This bit is missing. I've been meaning to go on eBay and to try and find another one, but I just haven't got to that. And I didn't have the original instructions, and I thought for £3.50 I might as well grab it. So I did. Yeah, and both stores actually had other sets that I would have bought if for the fact that I didn't actually already have them. Like the backhoe. I've already got the backhoe in the cupboard on display. Like a lot of the others, I've got quite a few of the old Lego town sets and whatnot, including some up on that shelf. Love them, love those old sets. Right, Diecast, I think. Let's drag it over here because it's still on the side. So I've got what's in there. So I've just got a small box, and I've just got a few loose items dotted around here. So of course I went and visited the Diecast guy's stall. Whenever I go over there, you know, when he messaged me with things, asking if I want them and whatnot, and I go over there and pick it up. A lot of time he's got other stuff in the garage, you know. Yeah, just say that's all available as well if you want to take a look. Which I do, which is why I always come back with extra. And why I always take extra cash with me when I go and visit him, for that reason. But I never root around in the box that he has for the Carboot stores. I might ask to do that in the future. So, there's some items here as well that I got ridiculously cheap from a different store. The guy had quite a few items on there. I don't really know why he was selling it so cheap, because if he'd stuck it on eBay or even on the UK Diecast Sales Facebook group, he could have got maybe £2 or £3 more than what he was asking for these. Anywho, I'm going to start with those because they are pretty much on the top. I've got this Atlas Editions Dennis F12 fire engine, all sealed in a box. It did have the cellophane on it, but I was a rebel and pulled that off because I hate cellophane. That was just £5, which I think was a fair price for that. I also got this Majorette Mercedes truck, which I'm not sure what that is on the back tailgate. That was just 50p. I would have said that was worth at least 3, maybe 4, maybe even more. At least that's what I would have been prepared to pay for it, but 50p, I was like, yes please. You also had this Corgi ERF dropside truck, £1. You had this, I think that's a Dinky, yep, a Dinky El Camino, £1. And I've got to make sure I get the right one because I bought 2 of these, one from the Diecast guy and one from this guy, and I'm going to show you the difference later. And I've got a neodymium magnet at the moment that's being a pain in the friggin' butt. That just got stuck to my camera. Yeah, I've got this Plymouth Grand Fury police car from Dinky as well, for £1. At first I was a bit miffed because I bought one from the Diecast guy which was more than £1. I think it's about £5 he charged me. But there is differences, so when we have a look at the one from the Diecast guy, I'll show you the differences. Okay. Now I can see a few in here that I bought from the store that I got the 2 permic lamps from and those light bulbs. We'll have a look at those next. So we've got a Corgi Ford Transit van with Royal Mail data post on it. If anyone knows how I can get those stupid stickers off, please let me know, because they're not meant to be on there. I would like to get them off. I know WD-40 is meant to work. I have no idea what those stickers are meant to signify, but someone stuck them on there. So yeah, I got that. And also, I'll have a look at those 2 in a minute. Let's try to dig them out so I can go through them, you know, like stall by stall sort of thing. I think it'll be easier. That's provided I can actually remember what came from where. I think that is it from his stall. So we've got this lovely little blue Citroen. In pretty good. I have got it, but that's in pretty good condition. Look. I'm not sure of the brand of this one, but it is a Toyota truck. It is in nice condition. Looks like it's got something missing from the back though. What else did I get? I've got this, I'm sure I got it from his store. I've got this Porsche. I haven't got this variation of it, that's why I picked that one up. And 1, I do like these, and 2, this one's actually in pretty nice condition compared to my others. The Volvo 760 from Matchbox. And a nice Rolls Royce. I have got this, but this is the nicest one I own now. I think I've actually got this, possibly in good condition as well. But for £1 I grabbed another one. if I have got it and I change my mind, I can soon put this on the UK Diecast sales page. A crane with the boom, albeit the hook is missing, but it has the boom. If I had £1 for every one of these I find without that boom, and these don't seem to be that easy to find either, in fairness. But some of the Matchbox tow trucks used the same hook. I guess that's how Matchbox saved a few pennies, you know, just use the same style hook on everything, which is basically that one. But it's meant to be red, so I need to find a red one from somewhere, and then I could fix that. And then I've got that one because it's in nice condition. I've just noticed one of the blue beacons off the back there has snapped off, but oh well. And a Corgi Mercedes-Benz in a colour that I haven't got. And I think the Coupe de Gracie, as they say, are these two. At first glance you think what's special about those, because they're just Matchbox, fire truck and tow truck. Well, one, they're just £1 each, and two, they're for Intercom City. I didn't need either of these, because I have got them for my Intercom City, but, you know, like I said, £1 each. There's one of these on eBay at the moment, missing the boom. There is meant to be the hydraulic platform thing on the back of that. They want like 20 quid for it. They're probably not going to get 20 quid for it, but that's what it's up there for. But yeah, those Intercom City cars, I mean, Matchbox did do quite a range of them, but they are rare and hard to find. Although the tow truck, that fire truck, seem to be two of the more common ones. And while we're on the subject, because I've got Intercom City out on the side here, I'll do a video on that one day during the week. I've got the dump truck. These can be quite expensive to get as well. But I've got the dump truck. Like I said, I've got two tow trucks now, two fire trucks, and a police car. In fact, I've got two of these as well. The other one's quite rough, but I've had it years. And it wasn't rough, because I did, well, it was very rough, very poor state. So I repainted it in black and white livery. You know, make it look like the old California Highway patrols. And yeah, really that could do with another paint up. I'm not actually sure where that one is. As far as I know, everything works. I have got issues with Intercom City itself. It's not working 100%. I can't get either of the orange buttons to do anything on either section, and it never sends the vehicles to the city centre. It's always the service station for some reason. It's like it's obsessed with the service station. I'll do a video on it and I'll show you what I mean. One day I may open it up, because I think it's just some dirty button contacts. Anywho, I think the Diecast guy's stuff is next, because I've got the most, well, I know what came from his stall. So, I'm going to start off with the other Plymouth Grand Fury. So, like I said, I bought two of these. The other one was a pack. Where did I put that? Oh, it's there. Right under my nose. So there's the one I paid £1 for, and it's still got the antenna intact. It's the one from the Diecast guy. No antenna, but I'm not really fussed about that. But the main difference, well, there's two differences. You see the first one? It's the wheels. I've got two different wheels on. They've each got different rims. If I turn it up the other way, they've also got different bases as well. I thought maybe one had been changed or something, or painted, but nope. That is original. So I've got two variations of the same car. Like I said, I didn't notice that, any of that, until I got home. Right, what else have we got from the Diecast guy? Got those. I've got one hiding over here. Got a boxed car hiding over there. Oh, I've got two more behind me, I've just remembered. Mustn't forget about those. What else did I get? I've got that one. So picked up a nice majorette Volkswagen Golf. I'm not sure if that's a Mark II or a Mark III. They don't look like Mark II headlights to me. So I think that might be the Mark III. Mark IV, maybe something like that. It's a nice little one though. And I also got another version of the Challenger that I didn't have. So I'm happy to have that one as well. A relatively nice, I can never remember, is this a Zephyr or a Zodiac? I know it's a Ford, but I can never remember which one. Zodiac Mark IV. I'm sure I had one in one of my recent videos as well. Because I distinctly remember going, yeah, look, that's got the spare wheel in it as well. But that's in relatively nice condition. And I do like these. This one he threw in for free. A little clown mini. In case you wonder what's got written on it. On the doors it's got Fits and Giggles Mobile Clown School. Get in, pay, get out funny. And then on the roof it's got a picture of Fits and Giggles. Fits the founder, Giggles the treasurer. And that's it. It's actually a clown and a monkey, but look at that. It looks like something from a horror movie, doesn't it? I like it though. And there's the Ford Corsair. I have got a few of these, but a lot of mine are actually pretty rough. So that one's going to go up on the display in the hallway, along with that Zodiac actually. We've got the green Land Rover, which I find is the hardest one to actually find, especially in relatively good condition. And he let me grab that for free. A Siku car transport. Now I have got the full one of these with the trailer on the back as well, which I'm pretty certain I got from the Diecast guy actually. But yes, sometimes he'll keep hold of things like this just in case he comes across like the other half. He's convinced I've got the other half for it spare, but I haven't. So I've got like 1.5 of these trucks now. I just like a transport. And I do like these Siku ones. I don't know if half of one's got any value to it, but obviously not as much as a full one. Oh yeah, one more from the Diecast guy, I nearly forgot it. An Ertl Ford Mustang. Didn't know Ertl actually made models in this scale. Well, that's pretty much mint. And it's actually a 1964.5 model, according to this. Number 13 in a series of vintage vehicles from Ertl. Dyersville, Iowa, USA, made in China. Oh, and the base is actually screwed on. But for those wondering why it's 1964.5, because the very, very, very early Ford Mustang was released halfway through 1964. And I know there's a bit more to that reason, but at the moment I can't remember. Right, a few more in the box that I just got from... Nope, that was from the Diecast guy as well, so I've just found another one. Little Tamika Morgan. I do like Tamikas. Problem is, they're not cheap. Because they're actually... I don't think they actually sell them as such over here. I think they're more of a Japanese thing, because Tamika is actually Tomy, believe it or not. And they still make the cars. Anywho, we've got random knickknacks in here. I've got a few models of yesteryear. I've got two that are the same. These are Rolls Royce. Well, I say they're the same car, they're just different colours. 1906 Rolls Royce Silver Ghost. So we've got this one in white with like a pink chassis. Then I've got another one here, which I've actually just realised got different tyres on it as well, and different rims. And it's in silver, primarily. And then we've got this one, which I bought basically just for spares. I think that's all it's good for. It's missing all the windscreen, it's got a tyre missing, one of them keeps falling off because it splits, yeah. Anywho, I also found elsewhere Matchbox Chevrolet Caprice police car. One of these tow trucks, I think these were Action City. Either Real Toy or Action City, one or the other. But it's still got the tow hook and the flashing lights. These flashing lights love to pop off, but they're still on there. Little Matchbox Land Rover, missing the luggage on top. Again, I'm not too worried about that. You can get reproduction ones on eBay. We've got an International Scout from Matchbox, I think. They don't look like the sort of wheels Hot Wheels would use. But it doesn't actually, it just says Mattel on the bottom. It doesn't say if it's Matchbox or whatever. A Corgi Scania. Yep, that's a Scania. Just had to check the nose. Another one of these, this is the second one I've got now, Lone Star Impy. Missing the ladder or the hydraulic platform or whatever this is supposed to have on it. Just like the other one. I thought this was Matchbox, but it's not, but I did like the bus. Unfortunately I didn't notice it's got a wheel missing. But yeah, I did like that. This is all plastic, but I did like that as well. Little police van. I'm not sure yet whether if it's based on a Renault or a modern Mercedes Sprinter. In fact, those rear doors make me think Renault or Peugeot. Yeah, that's not, actually, now that I look at it, that's not a Mercedes front. 100% certain on that one. I've got a Matchbox cab, but I have got another one of these with an orange cab. An Ertl Pontiac Trans Am, possibly kit from Knight Rider. I know Ertl like to make a lot of TV themed stuff, so that's my thinking on that one. Maybe that's meant to be kit. Although looking at the front, there's no slot on there for the red scanner that used to scan back and forth, so it might not be. There's no steering wheel either. So I just found a cheap and cheerful Mustang Fox body. I say cheap and cheerful because it's just a generic made in China thing. That thing on the bottom sort of looks vaguely like the Mustang, but not quite, just to avoid copyright and whatnot. And I actually don't know why I bought this, because I have got it, but I did like it. And that is it for Diecast. No, it isn't it for Diecast. I'm telling fibs. Again. Let me just clear the desk. I've got 2 more dinkies from the Diecast guy. I don't know how I forgot them. I've also got another boxed one from the Diecast guy over there as well. Oh, and I've got another 3, 4. Holy moly, I can't even count tonight either. 4 boxed items here, and they're all Matchbox apart from one. I forgot those as well, didn't I? I'm doing well. I'm doing very well at the minute. Keep things. Right. I actually missed out quite a lot of Diecast, so I don't know why I said that's it for Diecast, because it's far from it. Anywho, I also managed to find, for the box, another 5. I'm going to have another recount because I have no idea how many I've actually got in that box now. But I'm certainly getting a very large fleet of those. So I've got those. Now the boxed ones I've got the dumper. In my opinion, the least interesting one of the least interesting ones, but I've still got it boxed. And a boxed one. So yeah, these will get put up on my shelf, either in there or might try and find a space in here. Maybe if I reshuffle those on the shelf behind me here, you can see like a couple there. I might be able to get at least one more on there. And I don't know why, but I really like that box design, so I've got a thing for buying those ones. I mean, some of them are quite expensive on eBay. I also got this from the Diecast guy, and I don't ever remember seeing anything like this in the shops. Didn't even know it existed, but they're called Matchbox Matchmates. So I've got the Citroen set. Unfortunately the box is damaged there, so it's got a big hole in it, but I've got 2 Citroens, a black version of that blue one I showed earlier, and a badge. That is actually a pin badge. There is a, like a, actually I don't think it's got a pin on it, because obviously it's meant for kids. No, it's like a plastic clip. Like clip over your shirt. But there is different sets apparently. I don't know if this is all they did, but we've got Jaguar, Citroen, Corvette, Ford, Jeep, and right in the middle, KW, but I don't recognise that or the emblem. If anyone does, please let me know in the comments. I'd be interested to know that one. I don't recognise it. I can't even think of what KW could stand for. I'm going to try and keep these in the packet because they are mint. The cars themselves are mint, but the box is rather, well, the packaging is rather beat up. Lets it down a little bit, but hey ho, it is what it is. I think I got this from the Diecast guy. Dodge Charger Matchbox, relatively modern this one, in just a plain Jane grey. Well, it's a 2018 Dodge Charger. 55 of 100. Is that what they do now? 100 cars in a series instead of 75? I'm sure it was 75 models for years. Anyway, got that from the Diecast guy as well. Little Morris Minor Royal Mail van. That's 1/76 scale. It is for 00 gauge railways, but this is made by Corgi Trackside. I don't know if Corgi still make these. Yeah, it's got scale 1/76 written on the back. Got the website. You can always go to the website and have a look. 2 Dinky fire engines here. The brand name, not actually size. But we've got the Leyland Merryweather, complete with ladder. I can't remember if I've got one of these or not in the box. And I've got the ERF version, which I've got there, but I don't think I've got this one. The ladders are very often missing, but that is on there and it's all latched in properly. We've got 2 bells on the roof and just 1 single blue beacon right in the middle. And I think right in the back here, I think that's the nozzle for the hose. But yeah, nice little truck. And there's the ERF version, which I think I actually like better, if I'm honest. Complete with the wheeled escape ladder. And this one's got 2 beacons and 1 bell. A big old work light and a couple of hose reels on the top there. Got 4 hose reels in total because I've got 2 down there. I can't remember if my other one's got the yellow base and interior though, because I know they did several variations of this as well. That is actually quite heavy. That's heavier than this one. Yeah, that one looks to be bigger. It's longer, isn't it? And that is much heavier. Now, I don't want to put those in my box of Dinkies. I want to find somewhere I'll put those out on display because I do like those. Now that's it for Diecast. And it for the video. I've got other videos that I want to get done during the week. I've got a couple of dumpster dive bits in the hallway. Been doing some more tinkering with the model railway as well, so I could have a look at that during the week. Getting some more scenery glued into place. In the vain hope that a certain fluff butt that's currently laying on the PC doesn't decide to pull them off again. Anyway, that'll be it. So thanks a lot for watching. If you like the video, you know what to do. Hit that like button. or the dislike button. Comments, questions, etc. Go in the comments down below. And of course, if you'd like to subscribe, consider doing so. It is free. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye.